I think Vladimir's supposed to come. The only question is whether Vladimir stays with me for the second game also, or after one game he switch. This is the only question.
Okay, you ready?
But it would be nice, but they start the game and I don't have anybody. Can you?
No queen's coming, no queen's coming.
One.
Fruits of preparation.
Oh. Nine.
Is Vladimir coming?
No, come on.
One.
Oh my god.
Go word, huh? You there.
Bishop.
One.
They started already. So we either get back Peter. Well, I don't know. Yeah, but it's kind of. But it's not nice that we start the final.
Hitting the sidelines. Sidelines of the sidelines.
No, well, they're black of 3 move.
Can you run and tell them?
What do you want?
So you say three.
Okay, bishop.
Pawn.
Peter, maybe we need you back. It started and I don't have anybody. Maybe we'll need you back. No, they are still looking for Vlad, but maybe you can join me to save the show. You want them to hear or you don't want them to hear?
Hello, and we are doing more of this exciting game we call chess. I'm a bit disappointed already because if we look at the position after move 6, you can castle here actually. Instead of knight takes d5, castles is a lot more fun.
Instead of capturing back, right?
Yeah, and there some of the lines here become
Yeah, but this exactly
wild.
shows your attitude, your character, everything that we don't take back pawns just like that.
we don't pick up.
Whenever we have an opportunity to sacrifice a pawn, we do it.
Absolutely, and
Okay.
they're already laughing, so I will actually give the feed.
Let's hear them what they are up to.
Let's throw this game, yeah, like, I don't like it.
And yeah, it's an interesting take on the whole thing because what Lev and Wesley are doing, they're trying to put a lot of pressure on the white center as early as possible. Might actually win them the pawn on d4, but in order to win that pawn on d4, Black will have to give up the bishop on g7, and you generally, as an English player, you are never too happy having to give up the pride and joy of your position. But it's often playable, actually.
Please, like,
If
have some mercy.
if you close your eyes and just take on d4 here, you might be okay.
But give me some.
The problem is we are...
Let's change place.
Yeah, I can't hear what they're saying, and they're saying something fun, which is very regrettable. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be enjoying themselves right this moment,
It's a good look here, but
but not us. So sad.
Bishop? Yes. Okay, big theory. No, this is theory. Okay, but
He does take on d4, so
Queen.
game is still continuing.
now I have no chance to get.
Shakh, what's the theory?
Okay, I remember I played.
No, it's very interesting.
No, I played this line.
So 95 is bad, not 90.
Do we get the feed?
95 is bad.
Okay, I will say like this. First
Still
game I
no.
played knight
No, the problem
f5,
is that
and
if we
next
hear it here, then it goes into the show.
No, I understand. Yeah,
The problem is our ear, it doesn't work.
yeah, we can't hear what they're saying, sadly, but
Our ear doesn't work.
Rook and king would lead some unusual.
And we hear it here, so the show cannot go on, I think, because we have this. Next game he comes.
Okay.
So this I don't give him, the other one, I think he doesn't need this. I'm okay, it's just that I don't hear it. Because yeah, but it became here. We hear it here, but then it goes into the show.
It's interesting.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, it's...
Queen.
You want to hear it? What they say? To hear them. Because I hear it. So I will say that he said knight or bishop. because I think when we hear it there, then yes, it should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
didn't hear.
Okay. Can you? Yeah.
Okay, I
Okay.
have to try. I'll
So let's see what is this position. They played very quickly.
Black is falling up, I think, yeah?
what's going on?
That's my feeling.
Well, we shouldn't be too mathematical and count them, right? Just by feeling black has an extra pawn.
Yes, but...
But there is no bishop. There is something missing over there.
It's complicated position. White has initiative, yeah, I suppose. Very nice initiative.
Does want white in the next move wants to
I
go
think
knight
wants-
a5 and
White
grab
wants
the pawn, or?
everything, yeah, in the next move, I guess, yeah. Queen h6, and also sometimes.
But if queen g6, then long castle, I guess.
Bishop e3, rook c1, also you can get...
So as far as I understand, the first impression is that you rather play it with white. Is it correct?
Definitely.
Definitely.
But unless there is something very direct now with black, yeah, maybe. I would consider very strange, but it doesn't work, like bishop e2, very risky.
Why? You want to force matters?
Bishop to d3 and long castle, but I'm very afraid I'll lose material, yeah? Knight a5. If not, maybe it's not that bad, yeah? Queen b4,
B5?
or b5, a4, queen b4.
Queen b4
Anything but
takes?
the pawn.
Yeah, but then maybe at least it's not that bad, yeah?
Maybe
Like
knight
rook
c4?
b8, knight c4, some tactical thing, yeah, I mean, at least
Knight
it's
c5,
tricky.
right?
This is a-Shakh.
Oh, on castle, I mean, at least it's tricky, yeah? But I would consider, I mean, very, very dangerous
Look at that.
move.
Wesley is very smiley, but Levon is very, very
Serious.
serious. And they're discussing. This is not the moment to discuss.
What was played?
Let's see. It's h5. Wow.
H5.
I just played it as an option. Knight a5. So black really wants to get...
Yeah, well, black wants to finish the development, I suppose,
I mean,
yeah? Like,
I guess it's going to be queen, what it said.
yeah,
black, right? There is not
that's
much
for
of
sure,
an option.
But then it's a difficult choice, yeah?
Where to go?
E2,
Queen b5,
b5,
queen f2, queen
E2
b4.
doesn't look good. Queen b5, queen b4. Okay.
Well, we can see that Levon and Wesley, they are players who like to play more on the positional side, right? You just played with them. You understood that they never wanted to go into tactics,
Yeah.
always keeping the positional aspect of the game.
Yeah, that's true. But here I'm afraid that it's positionally not so great. That's
Yes,
only
but I
problem,
mean, they
yeah?
want to exchange queens and go
Yeah,
with a
and go
slow.
into difficult endgame. Yeah?
And okay, this is the final, so
Knight takes
even if
b7.
something goes wrong in the first game, they can still get back in game two.
Yeah, I would rather actually keep queens.
I get 1 minute.
Yeah? You wanted to go queen b5 or queen
E6, maybe
e6?
to go bishop h3 to change at
Okay,
least
so
one
here,
bishop.
yeah.
It's
somehow.
also, there are lots of queen c3 is a bit annoying, but then maybe I want bishop h3, yeah?
Okay,
And
but
if
queen
knight-
b4, yeah.
Yeah, okay, queen b4. I'm just afraid this endgame is simply worse, yeah, for black.
Yeah, it would be a good move to take on queen d2, bishop d2 and go long castle, but it's
Yeah,
still
yeah, double attack, yeah?
yeah, okay, the rook would be in trouble too, but still. So after knight b7, the question is whether is he going to play or they will play knight, for example.
Knight
What do you think?
c4.
Queen d4, no.
Queen d4 maybe.
No, actually,
e5.
the rook is on, sorry, rook is on f1.
Yeah.
So white can go anywhere with the queen, right?
Yeah, but still like queen
Maybe
d4,
e5.
e5. maybe
e5 and
works.
c5. I mean, it's getting messy. Ah, no, e5, yeah.
Maybe I don't, but
No, queen
even
c4.
just changing queens, yeah?
Queen c4.
Oh, queen takes b7. That
Yeah,
was my
okay, we
plan.
don't. Yeah, okay, I understand. But,
As Spassky said, yeah?
we don't want to go move on,
Yeah,
right?
but,
h4.
Pawn, конечно.
Yeah, that's desperado, yeah? It feels like.
Yeah.
Well, if he played h5,
He wants
after
to
all,
mate on the h line, I guess.
well,
That's the
I
plan,
doubt that it's so easy to give checkmate, especially when the queens are just
No,
about to
I'm
be
joking.
exchanged,
No.
right?
There is no way.
But,
you
well,
can mate.
Well, you never know. Queen goes here. I mean, in these games, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, actually, why this move is good because now white has so many good options,
doesn't
very
understand what
interesting
you're trying
options.
It's good that
you
you're even like
Encouraging,
Still think
yeah?
there is actually an idea.
Queen f4 I like, for instance, yeah, trying to go bishop d2, bishop c7.
Yeah, that's what I like about the
There is
boy.
some move like e5 as well.
Now he's nervous. He's panicking.
They are happy for some reason.
He understood
How can they
the
be
point of
happy
before.
in this position, right? Or they want to distract the opponent.
yeah.
That's the main point, right? It's
I mean,
special moves by distracting the opponent.
yeah, you can also take on before bishop d2, queen f4, maybe a3. No, I think he said pawn and he meant e5, I'm pretty sure.
You
but
think so?
I think so, yeah. I mean, e5 was a very serious move, I guess. Then maybe knight d5.
Сколько людей, столько и мнений.
Much better. After a3, yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. Queen b5.
I told you it's going to show up on h5. You were
Ah,
not
it's
joking
going
that
to be
black
mate,
wants to
yeah.
give mate. Not so fast. Probably queen c3. No, but queen h5.
c3, maybe queen h5 still. No, I would maybe go queen g5 at least to be safe.
Oh,
But that
you want to
already
go on the safe side.
is, yeah, it's a safe move, but that is a bit.
Don't listen to him, man.
Actually, h3 maybe also possible. Then bishop c. Ah, no, not bishop c. Maybe h3. I mean, you need to calculate,
Oh,
of course.
but maybe takes and
Takes.
takes and takes and
you may.
queen
Yeah.
d.
I doubt.
No,
because
d7. I
Bishop
think.
g2 just.
It's a very original game.
Where it's made.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Дуже классично.
H5.
Yeah, I
h5
mean,
and g, yeah.
well, I don't know, knight c4,
Ah, there is some knight c4, queen c3,
queen h5.
queen g3 now. Very solid, yeah?
Yeah, with two bishops and the queen, it will be fine. So after queen b5, white is on move.
Making
The
Zach nervous.
time is more or less balanced for the players.
Queen.
So what
And
move
the
was
move
played?
was played.
Okay, we can talk later.
a4.
a4.
So Wesley
You
says
really
that.
want to
did you
get
mean?
mated, yeah, on the h5.
You see, the queen
Yeah,
is already
ask
on
him,
h5.
ask
But
him
what
for
was
more.
a4? Really
again?
pushing the
Pawn
queen
again.
to h5?
You will kill me with this one. I don't see your idea.
I have no idea. Just push the pawn.
Difficult to mate.
Well, you know, I mean, I have pretty much the idea that when Nepo said pawn, this is not
Still
exactly
struggling to
what he
find
meant.
Good move.
Don't you think so? Mamedyarov went a4 with the pawn.
Yeah, probably not.
I would think it was h3.
h3 probably.
Yeah.
Was,
Why you so like?
Maybe actually the pawn is the most dangerous
yeah, a
order
lot
you
of
can
moves,
get,
yeah?
right?
A lot of
Because in the
possible
other move, other game with Swidler also, it was this, he says that they said pawn, and they, I think Nepo thought hitting a3, and actually e5 was played by Mamedyarov. And here probably I would be surprised if Nepo had in mind to play a4.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe now e5. But
Sorry?
then bishop f3. e5 I wanted.
But h takes...
Bishop c6 check and fg to
Wow.
protect like this. But then...
G takes h4.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's pretty bad
But
move.
is this
Like
really...
Bishop f3.
I mean,
would
bishop
go.
f3
Yeah.
is one option.
Bishop f3.
But
looks
even
very
knight
nice.
c4 and knight e5 can be in there.
Yeah,
don't you
no,
think so?
black is already doing fine. I mean,
Queen
all-
h4. Simple
h4.
chess. Queen f4. What else, right?
Yeah.
Queen f4. So the strategy for Aronian, just to start talking and laughing, it worked, it seems.
yeah, I know White's
so harsh.
play was a bit...
Though, okay, white is still having probably a nice position, but knight on
Not so
b4
sure. I mean, knight b4.
can be
I would
incredibly
take
beautifully
black already,
placed.
Yeah, I would take black here.
It's changing fast for you
Yes.
too.
I mean, even a move like bishop h3 is something very simple, just to change
Yeah, to get
this
rid of the-
bishop and why black is worse. I mean, probably he's better actually.
So you would really take black by now.
Already, yes.
Okay.
Like this.
I guess he meant bishop h3, yeah,
Ah,
but bishop e6 was played.
Well, sometimes the synchronization
Misunderstanding.
between the
Yeah,
players.
now it's again maybe not so bad, yeah? Now actually white is fine again. Because I think bishop, of course, was very important, yeah, to change this bishop.
Yeah, it's interesting that
Yes, I like this.
Aronian did not go for that.
I like
He wants activity. Look at that.
So the exchange rooks.
Okay, so final queens are off, but white kept his their bishop pair, which is very important, I guess.
Still, bishop h3 will always be an
But
option.
this
yeah?
a5 knight can be in trouble also, because this bishop is also powerful on this diagonal.
I
don't
guess
you think so?
white will try now to attack the c pawn, like bishop e3, rook c1, something like that. I think
And
they will
it's on the
start very
board.
soon to play one against one. Yeah?
No, actually, bishop d2 was played at the end. Hesitation
d2.
was done there.
White to d2, okay. He wants to cut the knight, yeah? That there is no knight before.
Yeah, the
I
knight
think they are
before.
left one against one. Yeah?
То, что я хотел, уже давно не имеет никакого смысла.
Ah, okay.
Rook c1, c4. I think
Остальное как бы уже не от меня зависит.
white is already again doing well.
Wow, but this pawn got a great
Square, yeah.
promoted to better
F3,
square.
knight c5, but white also has control, yeah, in the position. I mean, it's very complicated.
So are you still on black's side?
Now I like two bishops. Yeah, I would rather
this is-
probably be white.
But
here,
after all,
but
this bishop is not someone who can be very proud at this point.
Bishop
Though from
f1.
f1 it can be very powerful, right?
yeah, knight takes a4. Not sure I would take this pawn.
Look at that b3.
Yeah, it's good move because cb rook c8
What
and
about c3?
c3, bishop
Bishop
e1, rook h5 or something. Yeah?
cb3.
Yeah, take on c8 and bishop c8, knight b3. Probably it should normally end in a draw.
But probably white had in mind that bishop b5 will capture some material,
Yeah,
right?
but then b2 comes. I don't know. It's hard to
Check.
calculate. Yeah, you need to king f8.
I guess so.
Yeah,
But bishop b... No.
I'm
yeah,
not
king
sure,
f8.
that you can take the knight.
And there is no
Take rook,
anybody
bishop
to help
c8,
out.
bishop a4, b2. Yeah.
Takes. Bishop
Yeah,
takes.
knight b3 probably should. Yeah, because if you take,
Yeah,
then b2.
this
yeah?
must be the move.
Okay, now the knight is a bit cut. Knight b2, rook a7. Knight
Or
I don't
bishop
know.
e6, maybe?
So what is
Look
played?
for
A king
counterplay.
f8. Yeah, take bishop c8, knight b3. Exactly this position. You see, Judith.
We are good.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good. Or they are bad one or two. Yeah? Yeah,
But it
so
means
now
that it's a logical sequence.
bishop
what
is
we've seen.
that's a but
Yeah,
knight
bishop
d4
e6.
now.
Knight d4, knight c5. This is what we have on the board.
Mhm.
Not much choice for black.
Yeah, now white is definitely better. Yeah, I mean white is rook a7 and then bishop g5 is threatening. It's quite
Interesting that black is thinking there is not much of a choice, right? It's the only thing that he got surprised.
yeah. Rook a7 now it's getting
Bishop b4, pressure is on. White has
Bishop
27
b4.
seconds.
That I'm not so sure. I mean it's a good move in time trouble, but I'm not totally sure. Rook h5. Rook
And now
a7,
rook
yeah.
a7. I mean,
It's
there is a problem.
difficult to defend this position, yeah, for with black, because too many things are hanging. Yeah. Bishop
Yes, it's not
d7,
easy, but bishop
and
d7
after
may be a
bishop
must.
c5, it's not a blunder.
Unless it's a blunder.
I think it is.
Oops. Ah,
Take
check.
and
Look
rook
at
d1,
that.
but
And rook
it's
d1.
an
What a
e5 or
tactical
what?
idea. Look
Yeah,
at
I
that.
don't believe it will work. King f2.
Well, he
rook
has 9
d1.
seconds, so there is not much time to think. Just intuitively play whatever comes first in your hand.
King f2, rook d1, but I mean, yeah, I mean, king e3, e5, knight e6 check, something
Knight
like
c4
that.
on king e3.
Ah, so immediately.
Knight e6.
Okay,
But
now
okay, this
it's-
is good enough. But
Yeah,
of course, Levon will fight. And white has 4 seconds, 3 seconds. It will be not so
97?
easy to
No, it's maybe
win the game.
closer to a draw objectively, but who cares about objective assessment, yeah, in such situation?
No, but it's nice that, of course, typical high-class
Yeah.
player, even a few seconds, you just rearrange your piece to f6,
Yeah.
right? Defense and also knight to h5
Oh,
sometimes.
but now I think black activated and black is already in no danger really. Rook d2, rook a3. Yeah, now black is fine, just fine.
Oops.
Oh, I think Levon is playing for a win, in fact. But now I think
For a
he's almost
checkmate,
winning
yeah?
already, yeah? I
Wow.
think he's almost winning.
Wow, look at that. Look at that play. Rook a5.
Good, yeah?
It's incredible how Levon was turning around this game, and he's definitely playing for a win, even though
Yeah.
it's getting a little dangerous for white, right?
To put it mildly, yeah, because it's easy to get mated simply.
Yeah, rook, bishop f1. Look at that, what a regrouping the piece. King d4 getting far away.
Okay.
Well, rook f1, check. But why not check on a4? But of course, wow.
Oh, blunder.
Wow.
Oh,
But never blunder, blunder,
yeah,
blunder.
never,
But there's
never
always a
completely,
saving
yeah?
move, right?
Never completely.
Look at that. We didn't
Yeah,
think we were
now
going
it's
to
a draw,
see a
yeah?
rook and
I mean,
f6.
a lucky guy who blunders. You know, this is a difference when you're good form or bad form. When in good form you blunder and nothing happens. In bad form you lose a game immediately.
What a save by
Yeah,
Aronian.
yeah, yeah.
Look at that. And Wesley, how happy they were. Wow, what a save by Aronian.
Yeah, this is the rook a1 and into the final.
I mean, really? Yeah, I mean, they had a very difficult situation, right? So
Yeah, I
it's,
mean, yeah, we can show that this rook was on f1 and
yeah, so this it was very, very difficult for black, and after here he went to c1.
somehow I think by some tactics that I have a feeling. But here, yeah.
My choice, Wesley. You're definitely the brains.
You'll always pick the
But
brain.
look at that activity, how important in chess, right? I mean, look at this f4 square. And of course here, I'm pretty sure that Levon thought that draw is no question. Draw is no question. And did white have to give up the pawn?
I think it's panic. No, I think
It's
black
panic
should
time.
go bishop h7 or something. I don't think
White should go
there is
there.
a mating. Ah, no,
No, knight
f4
f4,
is
rook
mating
g2.
knight. Ah, that's why.
So it was a
It was
must.
already a must, yeah?
But my question is maybe instead of king e5? No, it was no mating attack.
I mean, you can go e4, but then still probably f4 has to be played soon.
Yeah, but then already you have a possible.
Well, anyway, when you have seconds.
Well, you have check. Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic saving by black, and even. But probably he's not complaining that he missed an opportunity. But this was a blunder. Look at that, and of course,
But actually,
I mean,
blunder
it's
was
just
a move earlier, bishop a6, yeah? I mean, after bishop a6, you cannot do anything.
you cannot do anything. But he was not panicking or got destroyed or whatever, just making
I
a
would
move.
just lose on time, you know?
But I think most of the people would just simply panic. But I have the
Here
feeling
it should be winning.
that after he played rook f1, maybe he's seen it first, bishop a6, and that's why he could switch so fast.
Could be, yeah.
It can happen, right? And then you're acting like nothing really happened. Of course, you can trick your opponent because obviously.
Here
But
it is
still.
probably winning. Rook h6, I'm thinking, was probably
And taking the g6
taken on
pawn, right?
G6 and
Rook
king
h6
e5.
or rook here.
Yeah, take, king e5. And then the problem is rook g6, king e5, let's say king g4.
But rook e6.
King g5. I mean, are you in time? That's the question. Take king g5. Rook f6 probably.
No, because your
Rook f6
king is
you
on
take.
e5
Yeah, I think
and
this
it's
is
with
winning.
check.
Yeah, I think that was winning
Wow.
because you cannot. I mean, yeah. I mean, so you cannot. You shouldn't take the pawn on e6, but then probably.
But then
a
white
good
wins.
winning chance.
And
yeah.
just because the king is on e5, look at that. So you say king g5 and game over.
Here, yes, but maybe if you don't take on e6, I guess you have good drawing chances.
Ah,
After
but
king
you know,
g4,
no,
go
but
rook a1
here-
or something.
Here maybe.
King d5.
Wow.
Yeah, king d5.
What a beautiful idea.
Rook g5 check, king e4. Yeah. So king, and now if I do the same, then rook h5.
Yeah, rook
e6,
g5,
you are
king
just in
e4.
time, yeah? King d5.
Okay. Or king d, yeah, here king d5.
Even though here king g4, rook e6, h5, is it a draw because
It
h
should,
pawn can
but rook
promote
h6,
simply.
e5,
Rook g6.
rook h8. Rook e6, rook h7, sorry.
I mean, yeah, rook h7, but then h6, king g5. Yeah, it's a draw. Yeah, yeah.
So what was it? No, because this is fun.
Yeah.
So you said rook g5, rook a6, takes, king
And
e5,
king d5,
and
yeah?
here king
is a
d5.
good move.
And what about this? No, it's nothing.
This rook e6. Yeah.
No, it's nothing because you can do many
No,
things.
but wait, there is sux one. That's funny. I mean, if I go king g4, rook e6, h5, actually you cannot take on g6.
But rook.
No, of course you go with a rook, but I
Yeah.
first thought h5.
Yeah.
You can take king e6, king
Yes.
g5. It's a sux one. Yeah. I mean, it's winning anyway. King
It's
h6,
winning
but
with
rook
king
e1
h6.
is a draw here. Yeah, h6.
Yeah, you're thinking h6, rook
Yeah.
g5, rook h, rook g5.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work.
We always have
Anyways,
something to worry,
it was
right?
it was a nice game, actually. Good fight, yeah.
It was kind of a fun game, yeah. But it's interesting that even in the end you can go wrong so easily, right? And of course, I think some of the decision was made due to the fact that it's 2 games, not only 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why. But it was interesting. It was fun. So what do you expect for the second game?
I expect something similar.
Being Aronian Wesley team solid?
Oh, just strong. I mean, as any other
Yeah.
team. Yeah. I mean, it's a bit a matter of luck, a little bit. Yeah, because we had a very interesting game also. Yeah, it's just that we, with Alexander, we had a little bit misunderstanding of couple of moves.
So which were the critical moves in your game?
I mean, first of all, we had quite a different assessment of the position. Because
Okay.
Alexander thought after the opening when f6 is played,
Yes.
bishop to hg6, he saw that black is much worse. My feeling was that it's almost
Okay.
equal or maybe a little worse. Actually, then we checked, that's why I was late for this game. We were
Yes.
checking with engine what is the assessment.
And?
He says 0.7, I was saying 0.2, 0.15.
Okay. Okay.
So,
okay.
I was right.
So actually you say that Alexander was panicking.
Was not panicking, he never panics, Sasha, but but he just
Not
was
on time
assessing the
matters.
position as much worse. I thought, okay, it's a little dangerous, but it's not that bad. And maybe that's why decisions... No, the critical actually was the last decision when I said pawn and he played f5. Actually, I wanted to go a4. It's very risky, but I didn't see... I mean, ef6 and then some variation, I didn't see...
Then it was knight h2. After knight h2,
Yeah, after
I
knight
think.
h2, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
because
My
EF
plan
and
was
knight
to go
g4.
A4. EF, of course, yeah. Bishop
Yes.
g3, queen g3, fg, knight g4, queen e7, queen
Yeah.
e4, e5, maybe. Maybe black holds there. I mean, so I didn't want to play f5, but he went.
So
with
what's the reason you didn't want to go f5? It's such a
because it's
committal.
strategically not good, yeah. But of course, I understand him. He was very worried about ef6, but I thought anyway. I mean, yeah, it was worth doing it. But yeah.
So what did you think after picking the wrong pawn from your perspective? Did you think you have any chance, or you just said, okay, game over?
You mean which pawn? No,
After
no, it
f5.
was not over. I think later it was still more or less okay. I mean, we were worse, and it was again more or less. I mean, worse but playable. But then in time scramble, yeah. I mean, somehow. But I think it's important, yeah. When you play, when you don't believe in your position, actually it's difficult to play even 1 minute, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would say, okay, I have drawing chance.
К нему не было доверия,
It's
конь
fine,
потом
yeah,
пришел.
but I think Sasha
Пришел потом,
low.
конь пришел на h5, мне уже тревожно стало. Что-то.
Is it, do you think, on the highest level? Are there any moments when they give up at certain point and they don't have in the mindset that they still want to fight?
Well, no, they fight, but they don't. You don't believe sometimes. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, you don't believe that you can save it, and that makes a difference.
You know what, knight
Yeah, how much you admit. Oh my God! In this kind of chess, we see
theoretical
Petrov.
No, you say when just
video.
camera.
So what happened?
No, because
No?
sometimes
Protest?
it's like simultaneously coming. Yeah, the move, and it happened twice that Peter played the move.
Yes,
Just forgot,
yes,
yeah?
yes.
That's what- So sometimes it's like coming simultaneously.
So both of them will be disqualified. Breaking the rule. So the rule is one player, in this case, Nepomniachtchi and Wesley, has to call a piece.
Okay, okay,
And
bishop.
that's how the other player, the partner, has to decide with the piece
Very
which
nice.
placement
I only
he
preferred
does.
h3 and a3.
Bishop e2, do you think this is what he meant?
I'm pretty sure he meant bishop b5. That's my feeling.
Yeah, we have these misunderstandings between the players.
No, but bishop e2 is also playable move. Yeah. No more, no less.
Yes, a pawn.
d5 is the theory. Yeah.
Okay, so d5, very active play.
Mhm.
That's those two players, right? They always go for the more active move, Nepomniachtchi
And
and
also for the
Mamedyarov.
best theoretical moves, yeah. Knight c3, bc, e4 is the theory. e4 actually.
You want
is also
Armageddon,
good, but
no?
bishop d6
Okay,
is fine
fine.
as well.
They're discussing, let's make a draw and go for the Armageddon.
Not me.
Okay, we accept. Yeah, we accept.
I think now,
Okay, you guys.
They are, two players want to make a draw and go for the Armageddon, but
Okay,
happily we
that's-
are going to see a fight between those two players.
During my own time.
okay, obviously Blake is very fine out of the
Happy,
opening, yeah? Yeah, just a good position. Good equal position, no problems.
Yeah, let's see what white is up to. They're still thinking maybe it would be better to play Scotch or something, but it was not possible. It was a Petrov after all. Rook e1, normal placement for the rook. And then we have h6. It seems like black team is extremely comfortable. Do you think h6 has in mind to play f5?
Knowing Jan, I'm pretty sure he wanted to go f5 immediately.
f5 immediately, right? So f5 will going to c
Yeah,
shortly.
but h6 also. b6 now probably. Very typical, yeah, just to...
But maybe go f5. Why to waste time?
Yes, but b6 we will have to play anyway, yeah, sooner or
Knight,
later.
yeah,
So
knight.
it's
Unless you want to sacrifice it.
you want to sacrifice it?
Well,
Okay.
knowing Mamedyarov, let's
Why you
face
don't
it,
like F5?
right? I mean, we can
Yeah.
imagine that
Good,
this
yeah.
kind of thing happens.
Attack.
Knight d2, replacing it to c4, bishop
Yeah, you
f3.
see now if you would
You
have
meant
pawn on
b6, yeah, but
b6, you would
b6
have
is
just
the
gone
cover.
bishop e6 simply. And otherwise already bishop e6, rook b7.
I understand.
And otherwise white can at least get knight to c4, bishop on f3. But black has some interest in attacking ideas. It's like sometimes e4 works in such
Yeah, I was
not
just thinking
immediately, I
about,
guess.
but I was even thinking about this
You
takes
can
and
take,
f4,
yeah.
right? And then
Yeah,
but it
that's
looks
not here, it's
too
a bit
much.
early, yeah. I mean, but at some point it might work. Yeah. At some point.
This time adjustment not on the pieces but on the water.
I guess I would still go b6, bishop f3, bishop d7.
Bishop d7
Yeah.
or bishop b7?
Yeah, but, b7, I'm a bit worried of this spin, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
knight
like
a5,
knight
yeah.
c4 comes. or
Why to go to b7, you want to say? And after knight c4?
something. Or rook
To
b8
go?
and bishop d7.
This?
Maybe actually rook b8. But
No,
then
but it's
bishop-
hanging.
No, I mean instead of b6, rook b8.
Ah,
maybe,
okay.
and then bishop d7.
Okay, that rook b8.
So bishop d7, but...
Okay,
I
but
would
here you can go
prefer
bishop
more
b6.
classical. Yeah.
But then you're tied down there a little bit, but
Little bit, yeah. But yeah, it's kind of typical bishop d7, b6. Yeah, bishop e6 maybe also. I'm just a bit concerned about some d4 potentially.
and now black is spending quite a bit of time after knight d2.
Actually, you know, I think I start to think maybe knight a5. I would try to play to stop
The knight c4 option,
the
right?
knight c4 and. at
And
least,
after bishop f3?
Bishop.
any
And
move,
knight
king
a5
h8
is
or
on the
something,
board.
yeah. Makes sense. And something like king h8 or whatever move, yeah? Rook b8.
H8.
Oh,
You don't like
okay.
that diagonal, right?
No.
You better go out and forget about all the trouble.
I was taught at school. No, here, yeah, I
Rook
was
b-
taught at school that it's better to have king on h1 or h8. instead
In
of-
such cases,
once you move your f pawn at least.
on this diagonal, not to get surprises.
Yeah. Or maybe also rook b8 or even bishop e6 already. Yeah? I mean,
Okay, so bishop f3 is on the board.
yeah, that's logical. And now black has a choice, quite a choice.
Okay, so rook
Maybe
b8
even
is
bishop
one.
e6 actually is not quite. Rook b5. No, rook b5 is no big threat. Yeah, it's.
They are not. They are quiet. Look how serious they became. But
because-
you guys were so serious. Your match. We were
Yeah.
like commentating with Peter Svidler,
Mhm.
and we said, I mean, you should be disqualified being so serious,
No, but
both
because
of
the
you.
position was complicated. Yeah, I mean, it was actually a very complicated position
Yeah.
strategically, especially
true.
for us. And that's why it's like, I mean, when position is simple, you just play
Yeah.
this hand and you chat, but it was really like 7-8 minutes was not much, and then it really was important to use every second.
But you can see them also. It becomes so interesting by the
C6,
game.
C4. Yes.
This night, I must say, it may
Yeah,
stand there
I
for a long
don't
time.
like C6 somehow, because now it's very difficult to get
Okay,
the knight.
they want to go e4.
Yes, but again, what would you do with this knight? Yeah? How would you? I mean, first of all, I can
Well,
always
they
play
put
HT
it
or
there
something.
with your guidance.
With my guidance, yeah, that's
So
my fault,
I don't
probably.
want to put you the blame, and we are not going to tell them that you also wanted to put. But you had other way of thinking. But maybe he wants to go b6 And then go knight b7.
Yeah, but the center might start to be a bit like bishop
But it's
b2,
very stable.
bishop b2. I don't know if you want to play e4 after bishop b2, like d4.
I do want
d4,
to play.
I mean also, yeah, takes king h1, let's say. Yeah,
Bishop f4.
Yeah, but this knight on a5, I'm a bit
But
concerned,
it's
yeah?
attacking on c4.
Yeah, also
After
attacking,
all,
yeah,
it's not
still.
so bad.
This bishop also, the diagonal for the
This
bishop.
you
is-
like.
Yeah, this
I was
like.
sure about that you like that. But is there any beneficial idea for white?
Yeah, it's complicated, the position. I kind of like white. But
Okay, so we have bishop
bishop
d7.
d7, rook e8 is the plan, yeah? Yeah, they just
Black
played
is very
h3
active.
just in case.
Okay, if this knight would be standing on f6,
Yeah,
black is just
black
huge
would be-
advantage,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Clear advantage. So black can't have everything.
Rook e6. Yeah, but still very dangerous position for black in my opinion,
One
because
piece,
now
and you
white
want
can.
to say that things
Yeah.
are happening to black, which he doesn't want to? What do you think?
I think they never
see
studied
pieces.
Zigbee Tarash, yeah?
Classics.
Yeah, they don't know what he said,
Classics.
yeah.
But okay, 2 moves and it's not there. And they
No,
can forget
now,
about
yeah, it's a matter of now tempest, yeah? Now white has to be very quick if he wants something, because if black managed to remove his knight to c5,
I think
he'll
he
be
wants
okay.
to take. Don't you think? He said bishop. Wesley
I
said
would-
bishop. What does he mean by that?
Bishop? He wants to take on
Take,
a5
right?
or what?
you think bishop
I
b4
would
first?
consider a very bad move here.
Which
Very
is?
bad move. G4. To get the knight to e4. I mean, it's probably bad, yeah,
Wow.
but
He
no, but-
took. He went.
yeah, that is solid, but now black is doing it.
But it's
fine.
interesting that they have again the same pieces as against you. They had
Yeah.
bishop knight versus the pair of bishops.
But I would prefer this position.
I understand. I understand. So c3. Who is
Black-
better? Which
I
side
think
would you
black
take?
is for sure not worse. I mean, I would just go g6, king g7. Because it's quite difficult for white to move his center. d4, e4 comes always. So, I mean, I would say black. If somebody is better, I would take black.
One.
I don't see a plan for white.
Bishop.
But we have e4 on the board.
e4.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Why?
because pawn was said, and I'm pretty sure he wanted g6.
Ah, okay. Again, a
Takes bishop c5. That
misunderstanding.
is also interesting, maybe. I wouldn't hurry because the position is too good. Why to hurry? But and after knight b3, is it mate? Because if not, then you have to prove.
This
yeah?
is the
Bishop
question,
f2,
you
I
think?
guess. King f2, not quite sure.
Yeah, because
F
queen
check,
h2 is
queen
not, because
h2,
e5.
Back, yeah?
Yeah, check king g1. Where is
At least
knight?
if we're wrong, we're wrong.
Knight.
In
After-
another
otherwise,
game.
after king b3, I don't understand why black lost tempest.
No, but now maybe the game is in huge trouble for black.
Like a bishop.
It seems to me as if
So
Not
Nepo
missing
said
some.
bishop, and now no, Nepo said bishop.
yeah,
so
maybe he wanted bishop h4, yeah, at least or something.
and bishop f2 is on the board. Look at that.
But just out of desperation, probably. Takes
But there should be something.
What
Queen
is-
h2, e5, right? I mean, maybe even queen
H2,
d7. Queen
yeah,
d7.
even queen d7, fe, king runs. I'm not so
It's
sure.
not
About.
three checks.
No, but e5, f4, yeah, but
guys
it
are
doesn't
playing
look like it should work.
Wait, did you mean bishop f2?
What now?
Yeah, now you need.
He was asking, did you mean bishop f2 by saying bishop, and this is the expression by Nepo.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. What is the
Yes,
plan.
but probably Mamedyarov thought
Bishop e7, e5.
it doesn't matter. If we don't sacrifice it, then why did we bend there?
You want take back?
Yeah, but maybe there are some practical chances still somehow.
How? Take fe and
Take an
e3
e3
or
or
what?
something. I mean, like, of course,
This is a 5 check.
very, very,
Yeah, but
very.
But is it rook e5 and rook g5?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I mean, bishop g4.
You know, I never
Not
forget
quite
that
sure.
game when Magnus Carlsen
Yeah, it's very
blundered a piece against Jones Gavain in
Yeah, I
Vaikanze.
know.
And it is clear blunder.
Yeah.
And then he played because he didn't want to resign, move 12, 13, 14, something like that. And he just won
Queen H2
so
is
easily.
played. Good. Queen H2, E5. now,
Maybe it's
now we fight, yeah?
Bishop
I don't know
E5.
how, but we try to fight.
And shortly, Mamedyarov will be on his own, because if they go down under a minute, then he has to handle it alone the rest of the game.
We like a
But
piece.
actually, it's the rest of the game will not be too long, it seems to me, yeah? Because it's just a piece.
Well, I mean, this bishop is so good
I'm
on
just
that
wondering
diagonal.
if you
Knight
take
D4.
if you remove the knight on b3, what is the assessment? if white is probably okay, yeah. Still, white is not much worse without the knight.
Well,
So-
probably.
Yeah, resign.
Oh, so we have a champion of this game, which was quite disappointing because few moves ago Black had a very beautiful position, complete misunderstanding. Look how happy Aronian and Wesley is. The stability was successful in this event.
Yeah, no, but also that they played more seriously.
Yeah.
Quick, solid. I mean, very professional.
They did not deviate from their style. They were keeping their style. They know each other for decades,
And
so they
but
know.
also one of the
1995
biggest
was very
part
nice.
of the success was actually very strong play of Levon, also, I mean, with Alexander in our match. Okay, position was better, but still very fightable. So he managed to win. Then he saved the last one. I mean, the next
Bishop
one,
F3, E4?
you know,
Yes.
brilliantly.
Yes.
So that was a
Bishop
big
F3,
part.
E4, 695.
Do you think that's the biggest strength of Aronian in general, in classical also, to find the crucial moment, and when he has to do something or he's in huge trouble, then he really fights like a tiger?
Yeah, that's I noticed. That,
Get them in
he's really fighting. I mean, even in such a friendly game, he still fights.
Like he catches the moment and he knows all the practical details by body language, by the move, by the psychological part of the game?
Yeah, I mean, that's actually one of the most important things. Blitz is to actually to get this concentration level at the right moment, very high concentration level. And I think Levon is very good at it, so he concentrates and get a very high level of concentration, which is usually not the case with the older generation, because
What do
he's
you
also
think?
not so young. But
How important it is nowadays, the concentration? Did it change the value of being concentrated nowadays that there are many shorter time controls than it was before?
Of course, it's much more important in short time control. The shorter time control is more important is actually this ability to concentrate, within a short period of time, and just to get this very high level of concentration. Obviously, yeah. So people. That's why for younger it's easier usually, because it's more natural, yeah, to be very quick and to reach high level of concentration. You have less things in your head like children, other commitments. But Levon is good. I mean, for his age, he's not young already, but his level of concentration is very high, very high.